Hey everybody.
Hey guys.
I'm Liz Ferry.
I'm Joey.
And welcome to our very first work in progress WIP Wednesday stream. So should we start?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, we're gonna show you guys, we're going to be doing another stream on Sunday, and I'm going to show you guys how to make some doll outfit. Here is that outfit. It's not completely finished yet, as we have said, this is a work in progress stream. So I'm gonna lay these guys out for our camera 2 here. So this is the dress for what we'll be making. We're gonna be making an Alice in Wonderland costume for a doll. Oh yeah, and here's the apron piece, yeah. So, and all of my ends are not sewn in yet, as usual. So I'm gonna show you guys a little bit of a closer view real quick. Okay, so here's the complete outfit. I'm not sure if I'm happy with how these straps came out yet, but we'll work on that during the stream. As I said, we'll be testing the pattern.
They're like little ladders.
Yeah, they are like little ladders. Yeah, that's kind of what I'm not happy with about this pattern. It's like you can see through, there's a lot of gaps in the ribbon, so I'm not sure if I'll keep that or if I'll change it. So there's the bottom of one shoe that's unfinished, and here is the finished shoe.
I got some feet popping in the screen there.
Here is the shoe on a doll. It's just a basic slipper. So that's that Alice costume. So I've been working on this as well. It's a bra for a doll, and I'm working on a pattern for it, but I haven't quite worked out exactly. I haven't actually written it out yet. The pattern is just in my mind at the moment. So I'm going to show you guys what that looks like on the doll. See how that works? I actually made a set of panties that matched it, but I actually had to unmake it and use it for something else because I ran out of this pink yarn and I was in the middle of something else, so you know how it is. But I have to remake that because I don't actually remember exactly what I did, so I'm gonna have to redo that again. But that might be coming to the channel in a little while, perhaps. So this is my basic doll that I've had on the channel for a while. I'm actually going to start making a couple of new doll body type patterns soon. This one I haven't actually written the pattern for yet at all, so this one's going to come a little later than the next one, which I have mostly written the pattern out. But here is my next body type of doll. She's a little bit more curvy and rounded. She's got a little bit more weight to her. And here is the other doll, and you guys can see compared to this doll, she's a lot more rounded in the middle. She's got a lot more of a tummy. And I think this doll body type is really, really cute. I enjoyed making this one a lot, and I haven't written the pattern out yet, but I think she looks real good. One thing I'm not entirely sure about, and you guys can maybe weigh in the comments, is what do you guys think about this fleck yarn? This is Buff Fleck. I'm not sure about how it came out. It gave her like these little freckles, which is what I was going for.
I know, it almost makes me think of like freckles or moles or something.
Yeah, that's what I was going for, but I'm not sure how
if it's like,
how I feel about how it turned out. What do you guys think? Do you think that the flecks look nice, or
is it too much?
Is it too much, too often that they occur, or what do you guys think?
Right.
Go ahead and let us know in the comments.
Yeah.
So this is the next body type I've been working on, and this one's probably coming a lot sooner because I have pretty much finished writing and testing the pattern. I haven't written the tutorial yet or anything, but that's coming soon. This is more of a muscular body type. As you can see, he's a whole lot bigger. So what do you guys think about this muscle technique that I've been doing? You can't see it as well probably because the doll's skin tone is so dark, but I'm thinking about maybe outlining them with some yarn of the same color, or maybe some black yarn to maybe make them pop a little bit more.
Yeah, because there is a subtle raise for like for the pecs and the abdominal muscles.
Yeah, definitely. And I was looking at Joey's anatomy book.
Which is a little bit hard to see on the camera. But
yeah, it's a little tough to see, but you can kind of see the little lines there every time there's a muscle row. And I really like the color of these eyes compared to the color of the skin tone. It's a really nice contrast. It makes the eyes look so bright.
Right.
So let me show you guys the size comparison with the regular, the doll that I already have made on the channel. As you can see, this doll is way bigger. It's about maybe 2 inches taller, I believe. I think it's 2 inches taller. This doll's 10 inches high, and this doll, I believe, is about a foot high. But yeah, there's a lot more bulk to this doll. You can see the size difference at the side of the body as well. And the legs, also much thicker legs.
Yeah, right.
It's using a lot of the same techniques for most of the body, but there is some different techniques done for the muscles. So maybe the next one I'll try to make the head the same size and see how that looks, but I do want to test that pattern out a couple more times. Real quick, I'm going to show you guys a piece that I've already completed just to compare the new piece that I've been working on. So this is a fairy doll that I made a couple months ago, and I made a wing set for this doll that is made of embroidery and wire and some tulle as the base. But I wanted to try to work on a version of this wing that's crocheted instead. So I tried to make something that's like, not the same pattern, obviously, this is very intricate. Maybe I could do something like this in like Irish lace at some point, perhaps, but that's a lot more complex than what I want. I just wanted to make a basic fairy wing that was in the same shape as this sewn wing. At first I started out with this wing, because I was going to try to make them in different sections. I was going to try to do the top wing and the bottom wing first as like 2 separate sections and then attach them together. But I finished doing this and I thought maybe it would be better to do a full wing in that way instead so that I don't have to sew anything together. So this is what I ended up with. And you guys can see that the size of the wing is pretty much the same. The first time that I made this this Yoshi egg for the channel, I just did this basic Amigurumi egg that's just a big oval with spots on it, basically. But I wanted to try to do a couple, I think it was a year later, I made another version of this egg, which is this one here, which is the same exact technique. I made them a little bit smaller, as you can tell. But I wanted to make them so that you could fit them onto an Easter egg. Yeah. So one thing that I've never been happy about with this design is how much the egg's spots will pop up, and the texture is just, it looks like, I don't know, I always think it looks like those little rock climbing things that they have at parks. Because it's like little rocks sticking out of the, they
There's
just
like
pop
a giant
out
one of those.
so
You
much.
can use those to climb
So
up.
I've been working on a different technique to try to eliminate that a little bit. Here is what I've got going right now. You can see the difference is pretty intense. It's a lot more flat against the surface of the egg, whereas this pops out so much more. And as you can see, the egg is a lot bigger, and that's because the other thing that I made on my channel a few months ago that you guys might have seen is I made these little baby Yoshis that did not fit in these eggs. However, they do fit in these eggs. And here's my little baby Yoshi. And it makes me so happy that it fits into this egg, because I wanted it so badly to fit into this egg, but it was just impossible for me.
There's no way to get it closed
and it was like hard for me. Maybe if I had made the Yoshi with a smaller yarn, but like this is a baby Yoshi. So let me fold it back up, put it back in its egg. It's not ready yet. Before I made those baby Yoshis, I made this full adult Yoshi. And
love the eyes.
Yeah, I know. It's going to be tough to make those eyes again. But, as you might have gotten a hint from me just saying that, but I've been working on, because a lot of people wanted me to make a pattern for this Yoshi, and I haven't had time because it's such a complicated piece, but I am working on it. And here's what I've got so far. And I don't have the spikes on its head yet. They're marked with pins right now.
Yeah.
And I haven't done the back of the shell. You guys can see the details that are supposed to be there that I haven't put on yet. I just need to finish up the edge around the shell and put some spikes on the back of the head here, and also obviously paint the eyes, because the eyes are currently just wooden beads. And the other thing that I really like about this pattern is that the Yoshi's mouth is open, And you could, if I put maybe some wire in it, I could potentially like have the mouth articulate and be able to open and close. I love that design so much. Actually,
and they're asking for the eyes. These are actually...
Oh no, they're wooden beads actually. I don't know if you guys have seen those big tubs of a bunch of different sizes of wooden beads and different textures. These are just I'm not sure how big they are. Let me see if I've got a measuring tape around. I could measure them for you guys real quick. Where is my measuring tape? Okay, I'm back. Let me see if I've got millimeters on this. I do. Okay.
You kind of see how they're held together in there.
But yeah, these are just wooden beads for the eyes. And these I actually still have, it's been a year or two and I still haven't finished these. I need to Mod Podge these eyes too.
Yeah, to give them a little bit of gloss.
But it's just wooden beads that are painted with acrylic paint. And the colors are really simple. It's literally just black, white, and gray. So it's really quite easy to do this. I really wanted to try out this same technique, though, that I used for the eggs to do, maybe you guys have seen on my channel, I have a tutorial for some crochet mushroom amigurumi. So I wanted to do the same technique for that. So I've been working on something similar. As you can see, I have not outlined the spots yet, but I've been working on a similar design to the mushrooms that I made. I think I want to try to maybe put a little bit more of a white, a little bit more of a gap of white in between the spot on the top and the spots on the sides. But this is what I'm working with so far. So I want to make this into a mushroom cap, like the Super Mario Bros. Mushrooms. I could potentially make a little toad with that tutorial if I make it just a little bit bigger, I think. This could work as like a toad mushroom cap hat as well. So that might be kind of cool to just make a little tiny bit bigger, but using the same technique. Hopefully that'll look good if I make it just a little bigger. But I'll turn this into just a little amigurumi mushroom just to see how it looks.
Right.
Alright.
Good.
Okay, so now here's the Alice. Let me clear the floor of all these Yoshis. If this were tied, it would look like this. And also the back isn't like fastened, obviously, because it's not finished yet.
Right.
But if the back were fastened,
got it on.
And if the ribbon were tied, here's what it would look like. Yeah, I'm actually really happy with the way the tights turned out. They're a little bit like holy, so I might maybe make them with a smaller hook when I do the stream, maybe. But like, the technique is good though.
Yeah, no, I think those came out pretty nice.
Yeah, they came out real good. I was not expecting them to come out as good as and this is the first time that I didn't write it down, obviously.
And then, then the shoe strap.
Oh yeah. The shoe strap looks pretty good.
Yeah, I love the way that looks over the stocking.
Yeah, I really like how it looks over the stocking. And I guess we have one more WIP.
Final piece.
I'm not sure if it looks a little bit silly because of the unfinishedness of it.
Yeah, especially if you guys aren't familiar with this
yeah, you might not be as familiar with this character, but...
But there is an independent game that recently came out called Cuphead that has a fantastic like 1920s, 1930s watercolor cartoon aesthetic to it.
Yeah, kind of like Fleischer cartoons, like Betty Boop.
Yeah, Betty Boop and freaking Felix the Cat and a lot of those old Max Fleischer cartoons.
Right. It has kind of a similar art style to those. I haven't finished it yet, so you can't really tell, obviously, because he has no eyes.
Right.
But here is my Cuphead so far. As you can see, he has a cup for a head, hence the name Cuphead. Yeah,
it essentially almost looks like a classic Mickey Mouse.
Yeah, he looks a lot like Mickey Mouse.
But with a cup for a head.
Yeah. I really like the yellow shoes. These look very, very Mickey Mouse.
And the gloves, too. The gloves.
Yeah, the gloves.
The gloves on the black
Yeah,
body.
I love how the gloves came out,
And I super love the
too.
way that you did these hands are freaking
Yeah,
amazing.
I really like how they came out. I need to do some stitching on the back to make them look like gloves. That would be really good.
Yeah.
And also I need to do the stitching for the eyes and the mouth. And also he's supposed to have some white liquid in the head and also
and there's a straw popping out.
Yeah, a little red bendy straw. And I think that's pretty much all that I need to finish on him, and then he's very, very close to finished. Of course, I didn't write any of it down because I never write anything.
Right. No, this is the prototype. Oh, very well. Top notch, one of a kind. All I can do is flat panels. I'll need to practice more. Yeah.
Check out some of my tutorials, maybe.
Shameless plug. But thank you so much. We really appreciate
thanks so much for watching, you guys. Thank you for the compliments and everything, too. Thank you.
Liz is a wizard with all this yarn, but I mean... it takes a lot of hard work, and it means a lot.
And I've been doing this. I've been doing this for a long time, so yeah, it does take some practice to do that. Yeah. All right.
So and again, we want to thank all of the patrons.
Yeah, thank you so much for all of our patrons that make this all possible.
It makes it
thank
a lot
you guys
easier
so much.
to get by and be able to just produce more types of content and be able to contact or just communicate with you guys more and try. Yeah,
definitely. I want to build up this community a lot more and maybe talk to you guys a little bit more and maybe do some more frequent update things like this so that I can show you guys what I've been working on so that you can see what's coming to the channel soon.
Because we want to try and make this a weekly thing just to show all the stuff that Liz is working on, the type of progress that she's in, so you guys can get a little peek at it before it comes out as a full tutorial. If you guys have any work in progresses yourself that you want to show us, we'd love to see pictures of your stuff. You can probably post it on her Tumblr.
Yeah. If you guys have been working on anything, go ahead and all of my social media is down below if you guys want to follow me or message me, at me, send me pictures of what you guys have been working on, and anything that you guys would like to see me make a tutorial of in the future, you guys can leave that in the comments, or also you guys can contact me on any of my social media. Oh yeah, and also if you guys are interested in the free rough draft pattern of this doll, the Alice doll that I showed you guys, you guys can check out Patreon. It's going to be available for free for patrons on Sunday. And also, speaking of Patreon, once the live streams are all over, you guys can also, if you're a patron, you can watch these live streams after the fact. And we'll be posting a highlights reel next Wednesday to the channel, and then we'll do our next live stream at night. Later that night.
So that way, anyone that wasn't able to catch the live stream, while it was going on, will be able to see.
Yeah. All right, well, thanks again to our patrons, and we'll see you guys for the next stream next Wednesday. And if you guys want to join us for the stream on Sunday, you guys can do that.
Yeah, for our Sunday watch party stream.
So we'll see you guys next time.
Yeah.
Bye.
Bye.